Right, so we're down at Viaduct Fishery down in Somerset today, and this is the Christmas special. Now, Viaduct's perfect for this sort of thing because we want to get a few bites, get the spool spinning, and just have a bit of a laugh, really. We're on Carp Lake, which is the specimen lake. A lot of match venues have big carp in them now, and they all get put into one lake as they get bigger and bigger, and this is the one with the big ones in. So I fish it a reasonable amount. You know, it's fairly local to me, about 40 minutes away, and I come down here with my lad in the winter just to get some bites. I fished it twice so far this year, but it's a great little venue, good for action. Nothing massive, chance of a 20, but mainly doubles.
We're at the Viaduct in Somerset. Now this just happens to be a stone's throw from Rob's house, so I'm guessing he's fished it loads, which I happen to know. He was here last week. I had 6 fish in 2 hours, bruv. Where was that from? The swim he's just chose. That's lovely, isn't it? So Christmas special, let's have a bit of a laugh. There's a lot of fish in here. It's only a couple of acres. Took me, it was 120 mile for me. This when I live in the Colne Valley, what the hell am I doing 120 mile away from home? But we've got a day's angling, loads of doubles. Let's have a good crack.
Ian and I are both up for a challenge. We don't mind, you know, we're both fairly competitive, so we're up for a bit of a laugh. But we don't know what this challenge is, so there's a little bit of apprehension, not about the challenge, but about the forfeit and what happens if we get it right or wrong. So you won't have seen that on camera, but the one cameraman looked at the other cameraman then and grinned, which is a little bit worrying, I have to say. So, you know what, it's Christmas, we're up for a laugh, bring it on, we'll see what happens. So hello and welcome to the final day ticket travels of the year. And as you can see, yes, it's Christmas. So, firstly, Merry Christmas from us.
And from me.
What are you pointing at?
VW. It's fantastic.
It's just got to make the point.
Yeah, okay.
Well, look, one day, maybe someone will buy you a proper one. Anyway, yes, we're on the Christmas special. And the idea today is to get a few bites, have a bit of fun, but we've been told there's a bit of a challenge too. All we were told was find a venue that we're going to get loads of bites. So we've come to one that's not too far away from me. This is Carp Lake on the Viaduct complex down in Somerset, which is a long way.
Oh, it's a huge amount of miles for me, yeah. I need a passport.
Yeah, well, it's normally me the other way. I have to go there because this is my neck of the woods, which is quite good.
It is your neck of the woods. I drive through mountains, past donkeys and everything to get here.
Passports. We've got nice accents round here, though, haven't we? We've got nice accents round here.
You have.
You need a translator. So that's it. We're on challenge time. We're told also that there's a bit of a forfeit.
Well, there's a forfeit going on somewhere, which I really hate them type of things. But it's Christmas. It's Christmas, and we're about to find out pretty soon, I think, what they are, aren't we? I hope so.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
I don't know why you're giving it to me. I haven't got my spectacles on.
This
is Mike, everyone.
This is Mike.
This is Mike.
This is Mike, our token cameraman.
We used to like Mike.
It's very polite, Rob.
Okay.
Dear anglers.
Good start.
For the Christmas carp challenge, you must catch 5 carp over 10 pounds. I hope they're over 10 pounds in here, mate.
that's potentially doable if we get to start.
I've had loads of 10 pounds.
Oh, there's one in my peg. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Come on, then.
We're not even going to talk about peg selection. Right. For each carp you catch over the 10 pounds, your opponent will have to put on 1 item from the box, which will be present in a minute. The winner will be the first person to catch 5 carp. Right. As a bonus,
that's doable.
You have 1 double the weight card, which you must play within 10 seconds of hooking the fish.
Oh.
Brackets. If at the end of the day no one has hit the total, the winner will be decided by the number of carp over 10 pounds, end of brackets. Right. This is the good bit. There will be a forfeit for the loser, Rob. Oh. You won't want to be the loser, Rob. Good luck from Carp.
Hang on, does it actually say Rob on there?
I don't know why they put that on there. I might have wrote this. Good luck from Carp Spirit. Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
Really kind of you.
Well,
thank you.
There we go. Looking forward to that.
Well, let's see what's in the box first.
Well, yeah, there is that.
I
wonder if it's lingerie.
Mike Tobin was in Ann Summers yesterday.
Well, that is. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That is not happening. I'm going to say thank you for the moment.
Why has he got that one? I've got this one.
Is there a specific?
Why is there an R written on that and a minus written on it?
You'll find out.
You want them opened, yeah?
Ready? Are you a tidy opener? Because I'm not a tidy opener.
No, not really. I'll save the paper though. Take it home. Why have I got a Rambo suit?
Go on.
That's about, no, it's Rambo, mate.
What? It's a super deluxe.
Oh, it's not.
What are they trying to say?
Rambo, is it?
Right, so that's good. We've both got the same. That's fortunate. we've both got the same.
See, I
so
would have suggested we wore these all day, but there you go.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it.
This is the forfeit.
This
is the forfeit,
This
so I'm
isn't the
happy with
forfeit.
it.
No,
Yes, it is. Yeah, it
this
is.
is the challenge.
Yeah, no, this is
the
the forfeit.
forfeit at the end
No,
of the
this is
day.
forfeit. It's whoever loses.
If it's worse than this, I'm terrified.
Right.
Terrified. There you go. So let's get what they say. This party started. And get
Jacket,
dressed up.
trousers with pockets,
Hope
luxury.
it fits you because you'll have all that on within the hour.
Luxury belt, glasses, hat, beard, gloves, and boot covers. That's perfect. Have you got the same? I think you've only got 6 in yours.
Mine's just underwear. I don't know what that is. Why would I get the ones, the lingerie in here? Mrs. Santa Claus lingerie.
Right, come on then.
Let's go and catch some fish. I only got informed this morning that for the, let's call it the one who comes second out of 2 of us, bear in mind this is Rob's venue, there's a forfeit being set. So as long as it isn't eating and drinking stuff I don't want to eat and drink, we'll go ahead with it. But there you go, I haven't lost yet. So it might be Hughesy bouncing around just as a rabbit or whatever he's got in mind for us. So forfeits, never really into it, but we'll have a laugh. It's that time of year.
Obviously you get competition nerves, but I don't see this as a competition, you know, it's a bit of fun. Ian and I get on really, really well together. There's a bit of banter, a bit of mates rivalry, but it's not really an out and out competition. So, you know, I haven't really got my competition head on so far. And prep wise, I've got to say I've been a little bit slack on this one because I've been very busy recently, all the normal excuses. And because I've fished here a couple of times, I might be being a bit complacent, but I sort of know more or less what to do, which is really, really simple. It's just chucking little bags around everywhere.
My water. Right, that's the right one done, which is sneakily a little bit to the right there, where the majority of the fish have been showing. Where's my other bag? Oh my God, I've lost my bag. There it is. Little bags of monster tiger nut, pellet, and stick mix. And this one is going out to my left. One white, one pink, where I've seen fish. Oh, there we go. Oh, that landed like on a lump of concrete, that one. Right, we are off.
Right, I'm just chucking out down there for the minute to try and investigate where these fish are. Ian's gone more or less straight out to where the blue spinner is off the end of the point over there. And that bag come off just as it hit, but we'll be all right with that. One of the key things here is location, because they sit in pods. I'm keeping my voice down because he's only on the other side of the tree. So I always fish really slack lines and just watch for liners to try and locate them first. I can hear beeps coming from next door. One of us will catch a fish fairly soon. There's a few around, but just want to find out where they are, and looking at the lines is a great way of doing that.
First bite. Now after I chucked them rods for the first time, one jumped, just literally left of the left one, but just left of the left one isn't close enough. So left one come in, dropped it in the rings with a fresh little bag on, and we got a little drop back. I have a feeling it's definitely a carp, but I should have shouted me 10-second thing. Oh, I don't know, not a bad one. No, I don't know though, it's a little carp. Have we got some scales? This is definitely going to need weighing. Steward's inquiry on this one. Well, that is not going to cost Hughesy anything to do with Santa Claus. No, not even that, mate, look. Ooh. And there we have the culprit. First bite. Woohoo! Unfortunately, when the bobbin hit the rod, I didn't say double the weight, which I should have done anyway, because he's about, I don't know, 35, maybe 38 pound. He's about 6 pounds, and he would have done the job. Hughesy would have had a Christmas hat on by now. But we're back to the drawing board. We'll get him back, and hopefully get a few of your big brothers and sisters. Here we go. My worst nightmare in terms of forfeits, which I will refuse to do. I watch another company do forfeits, and they eat and drink stuff that should not be picked up off the path. That would be my worst. It would actually be Stephen's worst as well, because I'd make him do it with me. But we'll see what comes, as long as it's a bit of fun. And that's all it is a bit of fun and banter. We'll catch a few fish along the way and have a good laugh.
Well, this weather's changed a little bit. It's gone a bit grubby now. So it's coat on, hood on, but fish on as well. And Ian's just had a nipper that fortunately for me didn't make the grade. And I've got to hope that this one might do. But I have to say that as soon as I hit it, it was tapping around a little bit. And I'm not sure whether this one will either. So I'm not going to call it yet. Not going to call it. Flying down the left hand, right hand side there, look. Ah. That is even smaller than his one. You're safe, mate. You're safe. You know, one of the reasons why I wanted to come here was because in the winter, the little ones don't normally feed. But they are today. Same one. That saved a job, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, mate, you're right, mate.
Yeah, that was never £10. Right then, an hour in now, and I'm watching the water like a hawk because these fish have stopped moving. We've had a bite apiece. Ian landed his, mine come off just at the net, but it didn't matter because both of them were below the £10 that we need. So it's a bit of a case now, having done an hour of trying to force a bite. You know, I would normally have expected to catch a couple of 3 by now, but we did start a little bit later than I would normally start. And a lot of these match fisheries, they fish very, very well first thing. And then sort of 9:30, they tend to slow down a little bit. And you can almost set your clock by them sometimes, because a lot of the matches, they do the draw at 9. 9:30, they'll start walking around the bank, so the fish hear the disturbance and they shut down for a little bit, but it will start again. There's a chance of the odd bite this morning, and then this afternoon it'll kick off. And hopefully the weather's getting a bit better too, so I'm just prepping up, tying a few little small bags, and all it is literally just a few 3mm swim stims and 4mm pellets. Just tiny little bags because it's one little mouthful. And I've got 3 different setups at the moment. I've got some dry pellets here, I've got some standard pellets, and I've also, in this little tub here, got some soaked pellets with a load of liquid in as well. A white one and a pink one out there, both on pop-ups. And we'll just have to see what happens. But we could do with them showing us where they are a bit, and if this wind slows down a bit, then hopefully we'll see a few more signs. You know, early on there was a lot of fish crashing, as they do first thing in the morning. So they're definitely out there, but they're not quite having it yet.
Double weight, Steve. Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
Start on that reach up one.
Yeah.
Straight away.
It was bouncing up and down, Rob.
Say again?
It was bouncing up and down, not good with liners.
Was it?
Full of it. He is full of it. Santa Claus strikes again. Come on. Rob, in this case, get your kit on. Second fish of the first fish, because the very first one obviously didn't count. But this one, saw one show, it's been a grueler, which we're not expecting it to be in all fairness. So eyes peeled. Saw one show, pulled the left one in, which I've been putting it in the margin for a while, feeding the margin. And anyway, within 5 minutes, off goes with this ginormous original ling. It's the original. No, all joking aside, picked the rod up, shouted, double the weight. You might as well use it, you've got that. Just in case it was one of them little tiny ones. And it's not. I reckon he's about, now, behave. He's about 12 pounds anyway, so he's a double. And it's about double, so. What a lovely little fish. Anyway, let's get him back. Another 4 of him in the next 20 minutes. Puts us in the calf, and Rob dressed as Santa.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it was... Oh, that on the little zig. Right, we've got a double on this one, and just as Ian was landing that one up there, this thing has decided to come into game, and he looks like he's double. I thought he might be a bit smaller. Oh, get in! Yes, he is. Right then. Game on. We've both had one that doesn't count. We've both had now one that does count. We both doubled up on our first one, which shows.
Me too.
Yeah, which shows that it's quite equal. Actually, that's the way to do it. And it's funny, you know, because he had that first bite ages ago, and I had one very shortly afterwards, and we've sat here for about 2 hours now. Both of us have been working our taters off, regular recasting, just trying to find and locate the fish. Ian saw one show over there, chucked out, and it caught one literally within minutes. And I saw a little bit of a flat spot down there and thought, you know what, I'm going to do the same. But I had a little bit of a change. I put a 1 foot zig on, and I've had bait out there all the time, not had a sniff, so I've put a 1 foot zig on. And we've got one, yes. So, game on. All right, that's what did the damage, literally just a foot, small zig, black and red. And the daft thing is now that I've cast so many times, I can't actually remember where this was. I know it was down there somewhere. I think it was more or less in line with the trees. Let's stop him down. Might have been a bit further than that actually. Right, well, Ian was lucky enough to have an original, and I can't tell you how close this match is, because guess what? I've got one too, and this is single scale. Look at that. Oh, lively old beasties these. Come on, you. There we are. Likes a zig, this one.
Gutted. Gone from elation to gutted. Had my fish in the mat. What happened? Beep, 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 beep. Rob's away, isn't he? He shouted double the weight, as I did, although neither of us really needed to because they were both doubles. But as the rules say, first time in years, I'm going to have hair. Although I'm not keen on the colour. Are we ready for this? Now, I hope that's his last fish. Actually, I could tie this in knots and make it so it stays on. But all joking aside, the hat's on. 1 fish each, both doubles.
Well, as you can probably guess from the headgear, it's 1-1 at the moment, so we're hatted up. Who's going to be first to Santa, I don't know, but it's a really interesting game because we're very, very level pegging on the bites. We've both had 2 bites each, both had 1 fish that counts each, and we've both used our double up as well. So that's it now, you know, it's game on. It's interesting, conditions are getting a bit better now. This is about as good as it gets for down here at Viaduct, so it should really, really switch on. And it's been a tough one so far. We're probably 2.5 hours in. We've got about another 3.5 hours left, so we're not quite halfway, but it's coming close. and both of us are fishing a very, very similar game at the moment. Small bags, little white and pink pop-ups, just casting around all over the place, just trying to find fish. There was more fish early on showing in my peg, I've got to say. You know, just before we started there was quite a few fish showing, and then they've just died off. I've seen virtually nothing since. There's been 1 or 2 move in Ian's peg, but they're not as active as they normally are, so it doesn't really give the game away as to what to do. You just got to keep trying and pushing that bite. So I've been on the bottom, I've been on pinks, I've been on whites, I've been on singles, I've been on bags. I've not had much success on that, so I thought, you know what, I'll stick a zig out. So went out, foot zig, black and red. Half an hour later, bang, off it's gone. Got my first bite. So we've got a hat apiece. And we'll see what happens next. I'm confident now that things should start to kick in a little bit more. You know, if they're feeding, we've just got to find them. And that's 4 bites, so they're certainly having it. It's down to us now to push them.
The dynamic duo, the dynamite duo.
Oh, hello. Oh, there's a bite. There's a bite. You've just had a liner on that one as well, haven't you?
Yeah, this is the one I've been steadily feeding on. Well, I keep pinging little bags of pellet just off the aerator out there to the left, and I was getting liners, but I don't think this is going to be one that qualifies. It feels very, very small, or it's very weak and tired. It's a whopper that's very tired because it's had too much pellet, but I don't think it is going to be. But it's another bite anyway. Things are starting to happen. I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. Because he's fat. He's a little fat one, Steve. Didn't quite make the grade, this one. I was praying. I didn't pray hard enough. 7 pounds. Hughes has still only got the hat on like I have. Gutted. But there you go, my little mate. Get yourself back. Tell your big sister Russell needs her.
I don't know how many times I've cast today. I'm probably on 40 odd casts. And there's been times where they've been in the water for 20 minutes, half an hour, not a sniff. And this one has just gone out there and literally turned around straight away, and I don't think that's going to be big enough by the look of him. And it is mad because we never normally catch this many small fish down here. It's normally a slightly bigger one than that. Oh. But I reckon I'm out of luck with this. I think it's the same one that Ian caught earlier. Oh, there's a beak next door. Well, that is definitely not big enough. Right, nothing on the zig for a while, so it's going back out with a bag and a pink bait because that's what seems to be producing them. I've had a couple on the pinks. This is where it gets serious now because we'll have half a dozen bites in half an hour. So this last stage of the game is when we need to be on the ball. So Ian's 1 fish ahead. It's not a problem because actually you can get 2 or 3 fish in no time at all here. But I need to be prepped up to make hay when the fish are ready.
It's funny carp fishing. I've tried so hard to catch a couple of little ones and 2 bites at once. I've got one sitting in the net there, which is definitely not going to make the grade. I don't know about this one. This was a rechuck a minute ago to the far side. I'm hoping when I get to see it, it goes, oh, that'll do. What do you think? I don't know. Not really seen him yet. Oh, I think he'll make the £10 mark, don't you? Yeah, he's a Barney Rubble. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. All day. That's probably the best fish of the day so far. It just shows you. Don't give up. Keep chucking bags about all over the place. He's probably getting on for mid-doubles, that one. Get on the fantastic Christmas. Yeah. Right, when he settles down, second proper one of the day. I think I've had 3 or 4 now, the smaller ones. And we have tried, in all fairness, at home I tied about 50 PVA bags. I've tied at least another 30, so we've tried so hard today to catch these relatively small fish, but chuffed? Yeah, because this is number 2. Oh yeah, Rob's only had 1. See this silly hat? He's got one of them on, but I don't know what the next item is going to be that he has got to put on. But trust me, he will be putting something on.
Well, I'm actually quite looking forward to this because it's dropping a bit cold now. So I don't mind if I do. Ho, 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 ho. Ah. Ta-da! Right then, come on you carp.
Yeah, good.
Oh no! Not the recast one. Tap tap or bream?
It's a carp.
Boo. Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, you little beaut.
Proper one.
You little beaut.
Fall off! Ah, would you believe it?
Spare rod.
Boo.
Oh,
Donk.
yes.
That's a bite.
That's a
Boo. Come on, carp. Show me. Yeah.
Another getting on for mid-double. Another rechuck. Just saw this again off the far margin to the left. Pulled a rod, divvied and dovered which rod to pull in. At the end of the day, I did pull one in, threw it over there. I'm really gutted that Rob's going to have to put nearly a full Santa suit on now, really. And we ain't got much time left either. I'm gutted for him. 3 Barney Rubbles, which means not only will Rob dressed like Santa, we ain't finished yet though, but he'll also get to the mysterious. I'm not even going to say it. Whatever he's got in mind for us anyway. We've got something going on later, Rob. Hope you enjoy it, bud. What we're talking about. One leg shorter than the other.
I've got to take my boots off to get them in there. Has he cut one leg?
Had it apart, took a leg. Took the leg off it.
Can't even get in them. They're not the comfiest, has to be said.
What do you think about new fishing attire? More readily available?
I reckon that what we should do, to be fair, is we should paint everywhere else red. And if we did this, could be the new camo, couldn't it? I'll go onto the platform. There we go. He's a common and he's a counter, and that narrows the gap to just 1 now, so it's game on again. That's the first bite I've had where it's been in the water for a while and I've not seen a fish move, so that is a good sign, and he's a decent common.
Yes, nice.
Right, dying stages now. As you can see, it's got dark and we've got until 5 o'clock, so I've just managed to get this one, which pulls back to just 1 fish now between me and Ian. So it's a little bit, oh, stop bouncing, mate. It's a little bit tricky at the moment because I haven't really got anything going. This one just randomly came out of the blue. Ian's got a spot going on the far side that he's having quite a few fish from now. A lot of small ones out there, but clearly there's quite a few fish there. Here, I've seen one fish jump recently. That sounded like another one then actually. I've seen one fish and heard one now, but there's not a lot happening down here. So really this one is, I'm just over the moon with it because it might be that just as it's dropped dark, that's what's putting them on the feed. So I'm going to get him back in, get the rod back out as quickly as possible and see. Like I say, we've got until 5 o'clock, which is only about 15-20 minutes away.
I shouldn't swear, it's a hippo. It's taking long. It's fighting hard. It's fighting like a tuna. Oh, there he is. Oh, there's another one jumping over there, look. Oh, oh yeah. Yep. It's the same little one on it. He's in, mate. He's £30. £30? He's £30. All day long. He's £30.
It's like the place has been.
And that is that. You know, I've never been so muddy and slip slide. I was like robbing cousins out there, mate, for a while on that mud. But it's over and done with. That was an hard day.
It was a hard day. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. You know, fair play, finding them and getting on them and catching them as well. It took a bit of work from both sides, didn't it, really?
Rob? I tied, I think, 50 bags at the weekend, and I tied another 30 or 40 here, so I'm close to 100 casts today.
Yeah, that's a lot of casts.
You know, and I had, what, 6 singles and 3 doubles. So we wasn't expected to work so hard for them fish, but, mate, it has been fun. You know, look at us.
Well, it's a little bit strange, yeah. Two middle-aged grown men in a field in Somerset, dressed as Santa in the dark.
We're only grown physically though, not mentally, because otherwise we wouldn't be standing in the field in the dark.
And you beat me by a pair of trousers.
I did, a very short pair of trousers, Rob. So,
close run thing, one fish in it, a couple of bream, couple of interesting ones. It's been a pleasure, mate. Another scalp to the Russell list now.
Don't, mate. But as expected, the last hour, you know, the side wall where I was fishing come alive. 4 singles and a double in the last hour was like, wow, loads going on, but it wasn't to be, you know, and you pulled it back. Within 20 minutes to go, you had a double figure common, and I'm thinking now, it's going to be a draw, or I'm going to have to do the same thing you're going to have to do in a minute.
It's funny, isn't it, when you're 2-1 or when you're 2 behind, it's like football almost when it's tight like that. You know, 3-1, it's a bit of an ask.
Well, the thing
you know
is, you know, I've done a huge amount of matches in our life. I see that as you're 2 fish behind, which means you've got to catch 3. And I've only got to keep catching 1.
Yes.
And 1 to stay nipping ahead, which is how we've done the BCACs.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But at the end of the day, you have now, my friend, got to do some type of forfeit, and I don't even know what it is.
No.
Tobes doesn't know what it is.
Well, there's been a lot of smirking.
Because I think if you knew what it was, you'd be over the fence and gone.
Well, I'm not eating anything, that's for sure.
No, that's for sure. But Stephen is about to. I think Stephen, who until this morning we really liked. We really liked him.
We're still sort of like him now, but we might not in 10 minutes.
Well, no, I will always like him, but he'd be in your shoes, I might not like Steve.
Well,
would you like to?
It involves social media.
Oh.
You in your Santa outfit.
Oh.
And a Christmas song.
Oh, really? Oh, that is bang out of order.
Should we do a duet?
I think we should do a duet because it was so close. You can come in as my backing singer.
I'll do the shoo-wap wap, shoo-wap wap, all that going on, yeah? I'll do that, mate.